Hey fellow Vault Warriors, it's Angry Turtle, and today I'm coming to you with GhoulSlinger, the prototype build, for the update that's releasing in March. So that's the first look what will be possible with fully optimized build. It's still public test server, yes, so some aspect can change. That's why I'm saying it's a prototype build. There are still some bugs present on the public test server. It's testing phase, but I hope you are eager to know what is possible and how much will it take to put the build together. It will be way harder after next update, and not because there is less stuff to take. It's because there is way more stuff that you cannot fit everything, so you need to make choices. You will get stronger, but you will need to make choices. You cannot just add everything. Like, take a look at this build. About the special, that's the base. Before legendary, you can see already by this picture, it's all put up almost as much as possible. We have most of the special, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 max out special cards plus 25 points to our special and 1 with poison resistance. I wasn't able to squeeze anything else. There's just so many good perks. Now let's take a look on the build. First is strength. I am still using some carry weight stuff. You may opt out of that, so you will be able to save up to 4 points if you don't need carry weight. Now, there is not too much carry weight, only 4 points are spent for carry weight. Blocker for extra resistance. The arm skipper, okay, 6 points for carry weight, as that's additional for all the weapons I'm carrying now. I will not need it, maybe not need it always, but yeah. It's just so good. Just 2 points, 75% reduction to weapon weight. Arms of Steel, that's ghoul specific. Extra accuracy for ranged weapons, 30% improvement. Really good. Stability improvement. Brick Wall, this is good only if you can maintain your glow high. I can, because this build relies on stealth for quite a bit, so it's easier to maintain the glow. So Brick Wall is very handy. Then under Perception, Tank Killer for armor piercing for our pistols. Then Crackshot for extra range while aiming. Concentrated Fire when we are using VATS. VATS is an option, so I did incorporate VATS for this build as well as manual aiming. Awareness, that's for VATS. Now it's giving accuracy from the March update. And Breathe It In, only rank 2, because with armor I'm wearing, I don't need to max it out. So I'm using rank 2. That's saving me 1 point by using armor with low radiation resistance. Then Endurance. We have quite a lot of standard, but not all of it, as ghouls cannot use a lot of human perks, so Life Giver is here. Ironclad for extra resistances. That's a new perk that gives us extra 50% of our natural armor resistance. Through Haika for carry weight. Adamantium Skeleton. Yes, ghouls can still suffer from crippled limbs. And Fireproof for extra resistance. Then Charisma, Strength in Numbers, our mutations are stronger. Tenderizer, new and improved for boss fights. It doesn't really help much with regular enemies, as it is now stacking up to 1000 times per enemy. There is no timer on it. So really cool for boss fights. On boss fight, when there is a lot of people, it's easy to put 1000 stacks. Solo, unlikely, for most time. United Ordeal. So this one specific to ghouls, extra free special if there is ghoul on my team. So like 1 piece of unyielding. Intelligence, Demolition Expert is cheaper, and we are using Explosive Pistol. Gauss Pistol is the strongest. From the Gunslinger categories, the Demolition Expert perfect match. Science perks do work with the Gauss Pistol, so we have them here, we're optimizing. And Science Monster. That's the one that gives us extra damage if we get hit for 10 seconds. We'll try to avoid being hit, but if that happens, why not have some extra damage? And there are circumstances when you cannot avoid being hit. That's why some tankiness is incorporated in this build. Then we are focusing on the new Onslaught mechanic. So we have Gunslinger Expert for weak spot damage per stack. Then Reload Speed per stack. After that, range damage to close enemies, so about 2 foundations away, so really close, but very That's a very significant improvement to damage when enemies manage to get close to us. And pistols do not really have such a huge range, so quite often we will be close. Mr. Sandman, after the improvement, 100% attack with silent weapons, that's a lot. Escape Artist for sneaking gun through targets, switching Adrenaline for stacking this damage, and Masta to reverse the Onslaught mechanic. Gunslinger, Masta, reversed Onslaught, and plus 10 stack. So we're doing good. After that, luck, Bloody Mess for damage, better criticals for more crit damage. Not max out, as we do not want to entirely rely on criticals. We already have so many other damage boosts, so rank 1 should be fine. Ricochet for extra tankiness, 4-leaf Clover for criticals, Class Freak to reduce negatives of our mutations, Crit Savvy to get crit every other shot, Junk Shield for this extra resistance, and Faulty Spots, that's a new one for ghouls. Weak point damage is increased by 15%. Very handy. So as you can see, lots of cards on this prototype build. Now about the weapons, like all pistols work great. About the mutations, I'm basically running almost everything at this moment. It's not super important. The important fact is that ghouls can be mutated. Adrenal reaction is the one that's not needed. It should be removed. As a ghoul, you always should be above 100%, so there is no bonus from it. That should be removed. I just didn't bother redoing mutations in here. Burn Balls is correct. Carnivore correct. Chameleon not needed. Eagle Eyes, yeah, that's what we want. Head not needed. Empath not needed. Herd Mentality, yes, we're still using a team. Marsupial for jumping. Scully Skin for extra resistance, yes. Speed Demon for the speed. And another one not needed. That's other stuff. The gear. So, the weapon. Furious primed Gauss pistol. On top of that, explosive, less AP cost, and pinpointers, so damage to appendages. Very powerful, as you can already see on the card, like showing 532 damage on the stats on the card at full health. Yeah, there is a power into it. With this pistol equipped, our stacks will go to 30, so 30 stacks is now maximum. Don't look too much under the AP bar. As you can notice, there is like showing that my weapon is breaking, which is not true, as currently my weapon is perfectly fine. There is a lot of stuff bugged about the display, unfortunately, under AP bar. Hopefully it will be fixed. Onslaught as well, the stacks keep resetting to 0 for no reason that they shouldn't. So just a heads up, those are bugs from the public test server. Now, our armor, we are wearing covered. I'm wearing troubleshooters, so I don't need to swap armor in case I'm facing robots that I cannot sneak against. Then I have some of those with limit breaking to get those criticals without reaching the required 33 luck. Some of it, some extra luck. Some of it comes as well with sentinels. I put sentinels on some of it to be even more tanky. Some of it with agility. But generally, the important part is a covered scout. Covered scout armor, that's the important part. I'm aiming for it because it has very low radiation resistance. And very good for stealth. So I'm spec for stealth, very low radiation resistance. You probably wonder how this Gauss pistol can perform. So let me show you. We are going into ghoul-friendly environment, so radiation from the fissure side. And as you can see, if I shoot this Scourge, I don't need to aim for any weak spot. That's the first time ever. Like I shoot, they dead. Regardless where I hit them, I have like 1500 damage on those Scourge. Like half of the health is gone just from the splash on my pistol. So you can see how it goes. If I get a headshot, that's a 3k. If I get a headshot with a critical, almost 5k. This one didn't register. Unfortunate bugs. 3k headshot, no critical. If I have a critical, I'm looking at around 5k for most part. Unless I'm detected, so I'm losing some damage. Let's see if we can lose them again. There is a Scourge Beast. I noticed on the public test server, Scourge Beasts have way higher chance to detect you. And look at that. Like, I one critical. I took half of the Scourge Beast health. Another one, and it was outside of pistol range. Look how much, if I just hip fire at her, just torso hit, 1300 damage. Look at that. So Scourge Beasts are very tanky, and with the Gauss pistol, I'm annihilating her, regardless of the fact that my stack seems to reset, but my reload speed is maintaining, so I don't really know if it's just the display counting those stacks bugged or actual Onslaught has any bugs, but my reload seems to be very fast even when my stacks are expiring. So I don't know which is bugged. It's definitely the latest patch on the PTS. This display took a hit and a lot of bugs, but that's the power of the Gauss now. Like, it's very, like, it hits like a truck. If you prefer, though, as fast-firing weapons, good news, all pistols perform really good, including Alien Blasta, so there we have some Furious. Furious is the new best because of the Onslaught mechanic, so this Alien Blasta, I can show you that performance too. I will not show you all the weapons, just those 2 pistols, but they do work. Even 44 pistols are dangerous now. So this time around we have a legendary level 100 Scourge Beast. Let's kill some of those regular Scourge Beasts flying lower. And look at the Alien Blaster go. The damage numbers are really good. It is fast firing, so we need to chase the Scourge Beast. One clip unloaded and half of the health of the Scourge Beast. If she wouldn't be so far outside of range, we would do even better damage-wise. Oh, now it's closer. Now it's closer. We are detected probably, but still doing damage. Or maybe not. Oh, not detected. That's a good news. Look at that. So even Alien Blaster is rocking very nicely. On regular enemies, there's a quick salvo and they all dead. So perfect. All the weapons, all the pistols perform perfectly fine. Even if loud ones, not compatible with stealth. But cool ones too, like that's the black powder hitting for almost 4k. That's the black powder. So yeah, the build will be awesome with the GhoulSlinger will rock the world. The GhoulSlinger and other ghoul builds, the power armor, heavy gunner, super tank, and more. All of them are lots of fun. That's the first. That's the prototype for the GhoulSlinger for the March update. If anything significant will be changing, I will of course update. For now, you can get some feel what it will be when the update comes. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.